Good morning, everyone. You're watching Market Fatafat on ET now. I'm Mubina Kapasi. The Nifty and the Sensex, just about not doing much in trade, despite the fact that we did have agencies suggesting that there may be a rollback of that very contentious tax. Yes, we did see a bit of a spike in the Nifty, but subsequently the same has flattened out. But here's some important news with respect to former FMP Chidambaram's plea for an anticipatory bail that's listed for hearing today at the Supreme Court. And this particular bail plea by Chidambaram is being seen as infructuous, as he's been remanded to CBI custody till the 26th of April. But Chidambaram's lawyers and Congress leaders Kapil Sibal, Salman Khurshid, Abhishek, Manu Singhvi are still expected to argue in court against CBI arresting Chidambaram. Abhimanyu Sharma joins us with more on that. Abhimanyu.
Former Union Minister P. Chidambaram's anticipatory bail pleas in the INX media case are today listed for hearing before the Apex Court. Since he's already in CBI custody, in all likelihood the petitions might turn infructuous. However, it's likely that his counsels are going to object and contest the High Court order, which possibly, according to them, includes the submissions which were given by the Enforcement Directorate in a written form before the High Court after the judgment was reserved, and they are possibly going to claim that the submissions were not argued upon by Chidambaram's counsels, on the basis of which any further orders have been passed by the trial court, which has already sent P. Chidambaram to CBI custody till the 26th of August. CBI till now had been claiming that he was not cooperating in the investigation, hence they wanted custodial interrogation. The next date of hearing before the trial court is on the 26th of August, when in all likelihood CBI is possibly going to present more evidence based on the corroborations and the possible answers which P. Chidambaram would give in questioning, which would be carried out till then.
Okay, thanks a lot, Abhimanyu, for that. Let's also touch upon that big ET now exclusive. We had Nitin Gadkari, who spoke first to ET now, and you heard him first right here, saying that the government is going to come out with a stimulus package for the slowdown hit auto space. Listen in.
पर ओवरऑल इस सेक्टर को फिर से ताकतवान बनाने के लिए हमारे तरफ से भी हम लोग कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि इनको मैक्सिमम किस प्रकार से सपोर्ट करें, और पेट्रोल डीजल के व्हीकल पर कोई हम लोग पाबंदी लाने वाले वगैरह जो बातें आई और हमने कुछ टाइम शेड्यूल किया, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, कोई लिमिट नहीं दी है। नेचुरल कोर्स में ही ग्रेजुअल ये हो जाएगा। हम लोग अभी इलेक्ट्रिक बस मुंबई में आ रही, पूना में आ गई, पूरे देश में आ रही है। देखो, एक डीजल बस चलाने के लिए पर किलोमीटर 110 रुपये खर्चा है। हमारे इथेनॉल बस चलती है, उसका खर्चा 78 रुपीज़ है, लंदन ट्रांसपोर्ट का जो मॉडल है उसके ऊपर। और एक इलेक्ट्रिक बस का अभी टेंडर है 50 रुपये का। तो एयर कंडीशन इलेक्ट्रिक बस चलाकर आज के डीजल बस का जो टिकट रेट है उससे 20% कम करके हम लॉसेस कम कर सकते हैं। और पोल्यूशन नहीं होगा। डीजल हम इंपोर्ट करते हैं, इंपोर्ट करने की आवश्यकता नहीं पड़ेगी। तो हमारी इकोनॉमी में हम लोग जितना है उतना काम करेंगे। तो सरकार बैंकिंग सेक्टर को, फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस को स्ट्रेंथन करके वो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा फाइनेंस करें। अगर वो फाइनेंस करेंगे तो फिर सेल में बढ़ोतरी होगी।
लेकिन जीएसटी में गुंजाइश नहीं है रिलीफ की।
इसका निर्णय तो फाइनेंस मिनिस्ट्री करती है, और मुझे लगता है जीएसटी काउंसिल को इसका अधिकार है। पर इसके बारे में क्या करना है, इसका निर्णय फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर सोच रहे हैं, और निश्चित रूप से इसके बारे में जो भी कुछ सोल्यूशन निकालने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
फिलहाल किसी तरह के स्टिमुलस का कोई विचार एटलीस्ट ऑटो सेक्टर के लिए नहीं है।
नहीं है भी, वो फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर करेगा, उनके अधीन वो विषय है।
Okay, that was the big ET Now exclusive. You heard it first right here on the channel when Nitin Gadkari spoke about the steps that may be taken to revive the slowing auto industry. But we have, of course, been on top of the story with respect to the PMO seriously considering a relief package for the capital markets. And it looks like the Finance Ministry has submitted a presentation to the PMO on, not just capital markets, but overall revival of the economy. Nayantara Rai, who picks up this story, joins us now on the phone line. Hi, Nayantara.
So, 2nd of August, ET was the first one to tell you that the Prime Minister's office is intervening as far as reviving the economy goes, particularly the capital markets and the unintended levy of FPI surcharge. I think the markets are wondering when any policy intervention is going to be taking place. So here's the latest update. The Finance Ministry has submitted a presentation to the Prime Minister's office with suggestions for kickstarting, reviving the economy, with also implications of the various measures that have been suggested. This, of course, follows Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman's meetings with the industry, auto, banking, financial institutions, real estate, SMEs. So the presentation has been submitted. It's going to be up to the Prime Minister's office now to take this forward. But please remember, Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister, is not in India. As we've been seeing images and photographs, he's in France. He's out of the country till the 26th of August. So I think it's safe to assume that till 26th August, policy intervention is unlikely. Now, the Finance Minister, Nirmala Sitharaman, as we've been telling you, has embarked on a roadshow to meet with SMEs industry. And that's going to carry on till first week September. So it's an educated guess, and maybe policy intervention could wait till those roadshows end. There's no final clarity on that. Nevertheless, the presentation is ready from the Finance Ministry's perspective and submitted to the Prime Minister's office for measures for capital markets, auto, real estate, SMEs. I'll repeat that. Auto, real estate, SMEs, and capital markets. For capital markets in particular, it has been mooted to remove the unintended levy on FPI, that surcharge, plus to woo back investors to convince them, yes, India is the destination. Other boosting measures have been suggested, including tweaks for long-term capital gains tax. But I'd like to caution our viewers, the onus is on the Prime Minister's office.
All right, Nayantara, thanks a lot for that. Well, we did have agencies as well talking about a possible rollback, of the surcharge. We at ET Now told you about that as well first. But quick look at the RWI small case, see what it's doing at this point of time, at a time when the markets are looking absolutely flat with a bit of a negative bias. The RWI small case as well seems to be indicating just that trend. Okay, let's kickstart market Fatafat without any further ado. We have with us on the technicals Mandar Jamsandekar of Precision Technical Analysis and Amit Harchekar of Index Genius Investment Advisors. And we're also joined by Varun and Soumya from our research team. Good morning to all of you. And Mandar, let's start off with the Nifty PSU Banking Index. It's been mostly on the lower side, but today there's a bit of a bounce seen in this index. Anything that you're observing and would recommend traders could do here?
This index had a support at around levels of 2650, and this 2650 is a very important level because throughout 2018 the index managed to hold on to this level, and now this month this support has been broken, so that is extreme weakness. Now the next support is directly around levels of 2000. So till the time the Nifty PSU Bank index trades below 2650, the weakness will continue.
Another index that's again having a strong day is the Nifty IT. You could attribute it to what we are seeing in the Indian rupee versus the US dollar. Amit, interesting. You have a sell on sell on the index. Why is that?
Absolutely. I think if you see from a long-term perspective, this index has already given a breakdown from rising wedge in the month of July, and we believe still the downside leg has not been completed. In fact, if you see, though there has been some recovery from mid of July, I think overall structural still remains negative. So we are looking for a downside target of at least 5%, which comes to around 15,100 levels. So if anyone is holding long positions in this index, my suggestion would be again open short positions. Stop loss would be at around 16,200 and expect levels of at least 5% in the near term.
Okay, that's 1% of gains seen in Nifty IT as we speak. Soumya, of course, the big newsmaker is Future Retail.
Yes, the e-commerce giant Amazon has picked up approximately 49% stake in Future Coupons, which is which holds minority stake in Future Retail. Now, as a part of this agreement, Amazon has been granted call options, which allows it to acquire all or part of the promoter shareholding in Future Retail between 3rd and 10th years, subject to certain conditions. So there are certain conditions in this acquisition, but they've actually picked up 49% stake in Future Retail.
Okay, it's However, 5% down for future retail, sub even the 400 rupee mark as we speak. Tata Steel, it's interesting to note that all these metal stocks, after so many days of carnage, are now showing a bit of a bounce. Of course, it may be technical in nature, but there is some news flow that came in yesterday. Very interesting one. Almost 2.5 months after Tata Steel and ThyssenKrupp decided to drop their JV plans, and 1.5 or 2 months approximately after the EU did say that yes, they do have an objection to the joint venture. Now ThyssenKrupp is challenging the decision on the Tata Steel joint venture. They're actually arguing with the veto that Belgium exercised on the joint venture. Metal stocks in general, of course, are on a rebound path today in trade. All of them are gaining smartly. In fact, the Nifty Metal Index is the third sectoral loser today gainer in trade today. And we're on another future group stock that we are flagging off, Future Enterprises. What's the news here?
Yeah, so Future Enterprises is the leasing company to FRL for assets used at FRL's infrastructure. Now, there was a deal being discussed a while ago where FRL would purchase these assets from Future Enterprises, but investors had complaints about, the load that would put on FRL's balance sheet. So with the deal announcement today, in conjunction with what Soumya was saying earlier, we might just see these assets being picked off from FEL, which will give it the ability to delever and essentially unlock a lot of value which is trapped in that stock and has been for a long time. So we're optimistic on that. We'll be watching it closely.
Okay, 1.6% higher for now. We'll do one thing. We'll take a very quick break right here on Market Fatafat. Do come right back as the countdown continues. Welcome back. You're watching Market Fatafat on ET. Now let's continue with that countdown of movers and shakers. And Mandar, Coal India, this stock has certainly been on a weak footing, as has been the case with these metal stocks. But today we are seeing a rebound. Would you read much into this?
No, Mubina, not at all. See, if you look at the all-time chart of this stock, then this level of 235, 240 was an important support. So throughout from till 2010 till 2019, this level provided a support for the stock, and this support has been broken last month itself. So this tells me that the weakness is going to increase further as the stock falls down. I won't be a buyer in this stock as of now, at least till the time the stock does not show me strong kind of signs of an up move. The weakness, I believe, should be continue. So on all up moves, the stock will witness profit booking.
Very quickly, moving on, Amit, IndusInd Bank, despite many of these stocks recovering after losing yesterday, this one continues to be in the red at 1320. What's your opinion here?
Well, IndusInd Bank remains one of my favorite pick for opening short positions on a long-term perspective. Right now, if you see the consolidation, it has turned into a descending triangle, and rarely we see such type of distribution which has happened over a period of more than 8 months. So we are expecting a significant downside from current levels. In a very short term, we are looking for a target of 1200, and once that gets breached, even we are expecting the stock to move towards 850-900 zone. So it's a good opportunity to again open short positions even at these levels. You need to keep a positional stop loss of 1400 and play for a target of at least 1200 for at least from 1 to 2 weeks perspective.
Okay, that IndusInd remains one of Amit's favorite stocks to trade in. Soumya, Edelweiss, of course, this one has been tanking big time. What's the news trigger?
Well, Mubina, for this one, Enforcement Directorate is examining investments of approximately 450 crores made by Edelweiss ARC in Kohinoor infrastructure. Well, this examination is part of the IFS probe, given the fact that IFS had lent some money to Kohinoor, and then through the NCLT process, Edelweiss ARC had acquired this stressed asset. Talking about the stock performance, it's off from the day's low, but at the same time, it's still falling by over 6%.
Well, yeah, it continues to fall. And Mandar, it's important to get in your opinion on an IT stock like TCS. Of course, it's benefited because of the rupee fall, and it once again is going higher. What are you observing?
Mubina, see, TCS for now is going to face resistance between levels of 20 to 50 and 20 to 90. That's the all-time high. And for the last 1 year, the stock has struggled at these levels multiple times. So watch this level as a resistance. I won't be a buyer until unless there is a clear-cut breakout about this resistance. And if I look at the long-term chart, then the stock looks a bit stretched. So I expect this stock to continue to trade below this resistance for another 3 months before we see a sustained breakout.
Okay, that's Mandar's observation. Amit, Concor on the other hand is doing pretty well of late today as well. It continues to go higher. Your view?
Well, my expectation is that this rebound could extend towards 525, 530, and then it would be a deciding factor around those levels. Right now, I think around 450, 455 turns out to be a very strong support on the long-term basis. Unless that is violated, I think the trend still remains with a neutral bias. I would suggest exiting the long positions around 525 zone because that turns out to be the make or break level on the very long-term charts.
Okay, can rebound till 525. Varun, Federal Bank looks like Antique is quite positive on this one.
Yeah, Antique reiterated its buy on Federal Bank. Management discussions indicate that stress levels should stay within considerable limits. And, you know, at an ROA of 1% and price to book value of 1 times FY21, the stock looks really interesting. It has also come off its highs, 26% drop from its highs, giving an interesting entry point to investors.
82 rupees right now for Federal Bank. But on that note, we are out of time. So Varun, Soumya, Mandar and Amit, thank you then for sharing with us what's the triggers and the news and all those individual stocks. We'll be back with a new edition at 1:30. Until then, continue staying tuned to ET Now.